Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, hey, what's that? A box? Yep, I'm going to be making art with red supplies only. And I know that this trend was popularized by Drawing with Waffles, and I know Super Ray Dizzle did a red art supply video, so I decided that I'd give it a try. And if you're new here, please remember to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here are all the supplies. Yep. Now, it's not every single red supply that I own, because I know that that's the popular trend among videos, but these are all the supplies that were opened or out and about, because if the supplies weren't opened, then I wouldn't want to open it just for this, you know. Okay, so there's a little red cowboy marker, pretty cool. And yeah, here's the red here, and then there's a red in that watercolor palette, so let's get started with the swatches. Okay, so the reason that it's good to swatch when you're doing your art is so you know what your supplies look like, because this might be a darker color than you want for red. So let's get started with the swatches. Next is crayons. And our first crayon up, oh yeah, it's a Madagascar crayon, Gloria. Now we're going to do the pens, and I'll count this as a pen. It's a fine liner. So there's that. And we have this pen, and one more, here it is, this pen. I forgot this other fine liner, whoops. Alright, so now I'm going to try out colored pencils, and then I have a couple erasable colored pencils, so the erasers on these are pretty bad, so I'm going to be using just a regular eraser to test to see how well they erase. Okay, I mean, yeah, not too well. Here I swatched out my two red gouache colors, and now I'm gonna swatch out the watercolors. And last but not least is our washi tapes. Yep, one of the washi tapes say Merry Christmas, so now I have all of my red supplies that I'm going to use swatched out, so now I'm going to begin the rough sketch of my final project. Alright, so here is my reference picture, and I'm going to be drawing the Flash because he's mostly red. Okay. And I'm going to be using this erasable colored pencil to be doing my rough sketch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch out the character with this erasable colored pencil. Okay, so I have my very rough outline done, so now I'm going to take my two fine liners, Big Intensity and this other Diablo one, and I am going to start fine lining it up. Okay, so this is where I'm at with fine lining so far, and I'm going to put this down for a little bit and then we'll come back. Okay, so I fine lined the flash, and I went over some of the darker shadows with this maroon marker that I have right here, and I used these fine liners to outline it, so these three are done. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over with a very light base of red here with this Lego colored pencil, and I'm just going to lightly color everything in red with this one solid base to start. Okay, so we have the light red base down, so okay, so I went over the rest and I kind of outlined it and did a little bit of shading with these pencils, so I'll put them in there. And this fine line goes back too. And now what I'm going to do with this metallic marker is I'm going to go over the shiny parts of his outfit with this. And it'll look like that. Okay, so I went over with this marker, so putting that in here. And what I've been doing with this is I've just been going over this, the whole area here, with this red erasable colored pencil. And I'm just doing little things like that, try to help to even the color out, smooth, make it smooth, a little bit more smoother. And just stuff like that, yeah. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Tombow marker, and here I'm just going to make a little bit darker as we go. So just going to go and make this darker. Okay, so now the darker areas that I wanted to do with the Tombow were outlined, and now I'm just going to go back with this colored pencil and just fill in these spots that I didn't fill in with the marker. So everything looks darker and a bit more realistic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Copic and make some darker areas. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going back with this maroon marker again, and I'm going to take this crayon right here, and I'm just going to go and cover in that space. Okay. Okay, that one's used. And now I'm gonna go outline it. Okay, there we go. Starting to shape up. Look pretty good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is, with the rest of my supplies, I'm gonna make the flash's background. So to start, I think I'm going to take a lighter color crayon and I'm just gonna sketch out his background. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to outline the background with this pen. And then to finish off with the pen, I'm going to be using this other red pen that I have and finishing this design along the arch. Next, I'm going to take this Sharpie and I'm going to fill in his shadow here. Okay, so I used the Sharpie, the big one and the small one, to fill in the shadow. Now I'm just going to take this Crayola marker and I'm gonna fill in this section right here. And for the wall over here, I'll fill it in with crayon because walls usually have a cementy texture, and the texture given from this crayon is perfect for that. So I'm actually going to do all of these pillars here with each Crayola marker individually. So we'll use Cowboy Guy, and we're gonna fill in this one with the cowboy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to use this Gloria crayon, and I'm just going to color in the bottom of this building right here like that, like so. So I set my 2 red gouache up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the watercolors and the gouache to fill in these right here, and then that'll get us one step closer. Now I'm going to use the red watercolors. So I'll use this light red first. A little darker red. And the darkest red watercolor. It's kind of borderline magenta, but it's okay. And we'll go with that same color in the middle here. Now for the Crayola red watercolor. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of this Christmas washi tape on the bottom, and then I'm going to line it with these. Yes, that's how much Christmas washi tape I used, but I used it. Okay, so here is my finished all red flash piece for the Using Only Red Supplies challenge. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please remember to subscribe. subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.